another Linsense video. Today we have a fragrance from Maison Alhambra, but before we get into that, just want to say thank you guys again. It is an honor to be playing on one of those electronic devices, whether it's that cell phone, that tablet, that laptop, that Macintosh, that brand new big screen TV, whether you watch me at home, at work, on a plane, a train, or an automobile. If you're on a horse right now, maybe you're on a horse and carriage right now and you're watching fragrance reviews, it is an honor. If you guys are new to this channel, you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, comment, and like. Likes are very important. Likes help me get more and more of these hidden gems for you guys, and I think I might have a nice hidden gem for you guys today, again from Maison Alhambra. So let's get into this one now. Dior Tobacolor, I believe that's how you pronounce it. Tobacolor, okay? Tobacolor. Okay, so it's spelled tobacco with color. You put it together, and that's what you get. Tobacolor, okay? This one is from Maison Alhambra, and I'm assuming that it is Tobacolor's cologne because it says Tabac. It doesn't say anything else, but it's got the similar cylinder-shaped box, if you will. This one is called just Tabac. No color added to it. But this is Tabac, Maison Alhambra. There goes that cool little buck at the bottom. At the bottom, we have some batch code stuff, a little QR code for you guys if you want to scan this and find it. Again, Maison Alhambra's kind of little sister brand of Lattafa, pretty much like the sister brand, okay? So here we go. Let's get into this bad boy now. I hear that the original OG is very nice. It's, I think I heard someone say it's really sweet, nice and cloying, if you will. Cloying, I don't know what the hell. Strong. It's strong, and he said it could be very, if you spray it and get close to someone, it can be a little bit too much for some people. So it's most likely to be an outdoor fragrance, maybe cool weather, maybe a spray and wait type fragrance. Just chuck this on the floor, let the dog pick it up. Anyways, here we go. Look at that. There you go. That cylinder shape. We open it up. Boom. Sits in there. Ooh, it even copied the cap. Okay, it's not magnetic, but they did copy that. Look at that. Looks just like the Dior cap, if you will. It's got a nice little weight. Feels like a nice plasticky, almost slightly metal maybe, but take that out. Boom. Look at that juice color on that. Looks like a brandy, maybe a cognac of some sort. Tabac. So again, this one has like, I think plum. It has like sweet tobacco. It has honey. It has peach. Stuff like that. So it's an ambery. So who knows? So let's get into this. See if it has a pressure sensitive atomizer. On the top, we don't have anything, but as you guys can see, this bottle is nice and heavy. It's probably just as heavy as the regular Dior. And this one was like 50 bucks. 50, 55 bucks. Okay, so go check this one out. My guy over there in California has this one. Hopefully he has another one, but after you guys see this one, he might have to stock up. So you guys usually start buying those fragrances that I hype up a lot. So here we go. Let's spray over here and see what this is all about. Doesn't have that pressure sensitive atomizer, but it does shoot out a nice amount of juice. Oh yeah. Sweet honey tobacco. That is what I'm getting in the air. It almost kind of comes off when you smell spice bomb a little bit in the air, but smells like it has a higher quality. It is a, oh man, oof, man. You know, I've never smelled a real thing, and just off of what I can smell in the air, I'm thinking this might just creep into the top 5 of my Middle Eastern pickups this year. This smells gorgeous in there. Let me get closer to it and see if we can detect any of these other things. But man, in the air, it smells like this powdery, sweet, luscious tobacco. Yes, you get that honey in the air, that sweet honey, which is very nice. To me, I don't see it as cloying. Now, maybe if you just go right up to it, yes, that's, wow, that's like a dry, you smell more of that dry tobacco when you get closer to it. It smells, literally, this is one of those fragrances that you may not enjoy on the skin, but when you smell it in the air, you are going to love it. Everyone that gets close to it is going to love it. They're going to fall in love with that fragrance. When they smell it closer to the skin, they might not like it because right here, I'm getting this dry tobacco, almost kind of just like if you just opened up a fresh bag of, I guess, dry tobacco, I guess, and started smelling it. There's a little bit of that sweetness right behind it. It's not as much as what you get in the air. When you get in the air, you smell that honey. You smell that powdery, almost that ambery sweet tobacco. When you get close, again, this is, I think the stuff that you smell close is more, obviously, it's more for the person that is wearing, is in enjoyment, okay? Compared to what everyone else smells. Everyone else smells, it's for everyone else's enjoyment, but you, man, this one is tough to recommend just because I'm not the biggest fan of what it smells like on the skin. But in the air, oh, I love it. I love it. Smells great. Smells, again, sweet, tobacco-y. Get that honey. It's kind of powdery. It's kind of ambery. Now, one of my favorite tobacco fragrances, you guys know, is 1821. And I think that one, when you spray it on skin, you get more of that sweet, with that tobacco comes through. This one is more of that, again, that dry tobacco. It's kind of, the honey is kind of creeping through a little bit, but it's not like the honey is not superly sweet on the skin. Smells like it's got a little bit of fruitiness. Maybe it could be that plum, could be a little bit of peach if there's some peach in here, but it's not too much, okay? Now, again, I'm pretty sure this fragrance is going to change over time, okay? But again, right off the back, in the air, this fragrance smells lovely. It smells great, you guys. In the air, again, kind of almost like Spice Bomb. If you took like the original Spice Bomb and added like this sweet honey element to it, that's kind of what I get with this fragrance, okay? Again, when you get closer, it smells more of just like a dry tobacco, okay? It's kind of, you kind of get this ashy, woody tobacco smell. And then right behind, you start getting a little bit of this sweetness right behind it, okay? It's like this sweet, subtle honey. It's not super deep and rich, okay? Oh, that honey's starting to come in a little bit more. It's starting to play a little bit more. Okay, again, fragrance in the air. I would give this ranks right up there with some of my top Middle Eastern fragrances, okay? This is pretty much in one of my top anything fragrance, okay? As far as the smell, what I'm smelling in the air. But when you get close, again, it's kind of that dry tobacco. You do start getting a little bit of that sweet, a little bit on, but you're going to have to enjoy that initial maybe 3 to 4 minutes of just kind of dry tobacco, okay? The sweetness really starts creeping in at about like the 3 to 4 minute mark, okay? So after that, start getting a little bit of that sweetness, that tobacco. Again, man, cigarettes stink until you smell one up close. If you actually just smell the cigarette, it actually doesn't smell bad. It's when they start lighting it and puffing it, that's when cigarettes stink. But when you smell the cigarette, this is kind of what it smells like. It's got that dry tobacco. And again, a little bit of that sweetness is creeping through. It's creeping in a little bit more. Man, it's kind of woody. Kind of ambery, if you will. Amber, you guys know, is kind of a sweet, woody smell. So that is what you get with this fragrance. And again, I'm going to recommend it, but only if you like that dry tobacco smell, because I'm pretty sure most people are going to enjoy this in the air, okay? I think at least 9 out of 10 people will enjoy this right in the air, okay? Now, 5 out of 10 might not enjoy this on the skin right away. But again, give it about 2 to 3 minutes. Let that sweetness start creeping through, and then you will enjoy this fragrance a lot more. Again, this is a date night fragrance, sexy date night fragrance. Out in the cool weather, I can't wait to wear this outdoors. Man, tonight would have been a perfect night with all that wind, that breeze would have been very nice with this fragrance. Trust me, guys, I think you are going to turn some heads with this fragrance. Believe me, you will. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. This is, again, Tabac from Maison Alhambra, their version of Christian Dior's Tobacolor. Okay, so that being said, I'm going to get up out of here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and if you guys did, wait. Before I go, we'll just see if we can get a quick little hello, how you doing, goodbye from the wife. Wife! Ooh, she's coming up the stairs. See if you can smell this one, please.
I can actually smell it from by the couch.
Okay, so the couch is about 10 to 15 feet away, so she says she can smell it from there.
Yep.
When you get closer.
It's very thick. You have a thick bubble here.
But it smells good, right?
It does.
See, like in the air.
Is this for me?
This one's for me. But a woman could rock this because of that sweetness, okay? So in the air, watch, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm talking about. In the air, it smells really good, right?
It smells really good.
When you get to the skin, not as the best, right?
It actually still smells. It does smell different, but it smells really good.
It smells, again, you get that tobacco, but you get a little bit of that honey kind of creeps in a little bit. It's not overbearing.
It has some like sweet, spicy something to it.
Yeah, like a sweet, spicy, honey, ambery, if you will, ambery, woody smell. But again, in the air smells lovely. I'm going to give her one more spray in the air. Be careful, you guys, because it is, again, it could be thick depending, again, on how you use it, okay? I think if you,
It smells different.
I think if you spray this, again, if you're going to spray this, do it indoors. Don't go over joyful with this fragrance, even though it smells good. You are going to want to come to it. Again, that's, see where she says it smells kind of like incense on her hand? That's kind of like that dry, ashy, tobacco-y smell. It's almost like a unlit cigarette, if you've ever smelled like just a regular cigarette without it being lit up.
I like that.
To me, that's what it smells like. And then a little bit of that honey starts creeping through. It kind of gives it this little sweetness, this playfulness, if you will, this enjoyment.
You know how some people roll their own cigarettes? Like they buy their tobacco and roll them themselves? That's the tobacco, like
smells just like that, like a real tobacco. Okay. Now again, not like it. Again, I said cigarette, but not a cigarette being lit. Okay, not that smell. Okay, it's kind of like if you open the you cut the cigarette in half and smell that tobacco, that fresh kind of sweet smell that you get.
Though, yeah, you're right.
But again, that honey creeps through after about like 2 to 3 minutes. If you wait 2 to 3 minutes, the honey starts creeping through. It starts getting a little sweeter. But again, I don't think it's too sweet. And the air kind of smells like super sweet. And I think that's where Ash from Jensen said it kind of gets a little cloying in the air. I think it could very well do that if you went heavy, though. If you just went like 2 sprays, you might get away with it. But
in the air, it smells very feminine. Not so much feminine anymore.
So again, it's definitely a unisex fragrance. I'll give it that. I personally think it smells, in the air maybe a little bit more feminine. On skin, more like a man. So that's probably where these fragrances are getting this unisex stuff, because they're probably like, ooh, in the air it smells like a woman.
It does.
But then on the skin it smells like it could be a man. So anyways, I'm going to get up out of here. I think this is definitely a keeper, especially for that price. You guys know what the cost of this real thing is, the Dior. It's probably like $200-300, especially for this size, a 3.4 ounce 100 ml. Man, if they only just had the magnetic cap, that would make this a #1 thing, but it's not. But that's okay. It still looks like a Dior. If you took that like this and you seen that from the back, you would think a